So, you're looking to purchase a home, but you don't know where to start. This is like a really new experience. I understand. Let me demystify it. My name is Najee Carvin. I am your new real estate bestie, and I work with True Homes out in West Babylon, New York. I serve Suffolk County, New York, and Nassau County, New York, and I have passion for educating. So let's do this, right? So, the first step to purchasing a home is making sure that you're actually ready to purchase. Um, you can kind of make a list of pros and cons, and then also start to think about different events that are going to happen in your life. Are you planning on starting a family? Um, are you already starting a family? So, like, somebody is pregnant or in the adopting stages. Um, do you have a job that makes you relocate every couple years? These are all things that will kind of like help you to determine if now is the time to buy or if you should continue to rent. Once you've decided that, it's time to find your real estate bestie. I mean, we're already here, but shop around. Um, and when I say shop around, I mean like genuinely shop around. Just like you would shop around for a house, you wouldn't pick the first house. You definitely shouldn't pick the first agent. You should run around and learn who the agent is, ask questions, and figure out what they're gonna offer you. Because at the end of the day, this is somebody that you're gonna have to be working with for at least 6 months. If they're not to the level of professionalism that you want, or maybe they're somebody who isn't willing to ask questions. So like for me, when I don't know something, I'll immediately I'll immediately say it. Hey, listen, I'm not too sure, but I can find out for you. Because that adds value to you. It helps you know that I care about your question and that I'm gonna find out. Because trust, I want to know too. So that's how you determine your agent. Also, there should be something like a buyer's presentation or a consultation. Let's call the consultation, which is the appointment, and then they'll bring up a presentation where they will go through like what they do differently to make sure that you get your house. So you've had the consultation, you're at home, and you're like, I love my real estate bestie. What should I do now? You should organize your paperwork so that your real estate bestie can send you some recommendations for a lender. Organize your financial paperwork. Um, your real estate agent will let you know what documents are usually required, or the lender themselves will let you know what documents are usually required. I don't want to say anything here, but if you do want to know what my lender and also some lenders I've spoken to over time would require for a pre-approval, let me know because I have it. I have it. I got you. Now that you are pre-approved though, well wait, let's take a step back. Why are you pre-approved, right? You're pre-approved because in the next step that I'm about to say, you're going to need to be pre-approved. Imagine you're going to a car dealership and you're like, I think I'm ready to buy a car. Okay, what are your finances? You can't, well, some people I'm sure they do, but you can't walk into a dealership and buy a brand new car without showing them your proof of funds. And a pre-approval acts as your proof of funds. It says to the seller and it says to the listing agent that somebody who is, what's the word? Um Somebody qualified has qualified you to buy a home. Remember that. So now we're up to the part, my favorite part. We're buying. Wow, stop. We're looking, because this whole thing we're buying. We're looking at houses. I literally, when I tell you guys, I love looking at houses. I love to see my buyers decide, like, okay, this room's going to be an office when I thought it would have been a bedroom. I don't know. It's your house, man. This would have been a living room, but then this is a a dining room area now, or a playroom, or whatever it is. I love this part. So you've gotten pre-approved, you found the house that you really, really, really like, and you want to put an offer in. Let's put in an offer. How do we put in an offer, right? So we're going to look at the surrounding area of things that have, recently sold, or whatever other recent activity is happening, and compare it to your house that you're trying to buy. And we'll decide on an offering price together, something that's comfortable for you, but something that's competitive, because the market is competitive and you have to be competitive. If the house is 600,000, coming in with an offer at 500,000 isn't competitive, because there are people who will offer 617, 620 even, and you're behind. You know what I mean? They're going to basically trash your offer. So we have to put our heads together and come up with an offer price that is comfortable for you, but it's also competitive and will actually get your offer looked at. And that last clip I said looked at, I promise. So you've decided an offer price, and while you're getting ready to put the offer in, you're like, hey, listen, I'll pay a million bajillion gazillion dollars for this one bedroom house, but it has no basement. But and the taxes are really high, like 20K taxes. I don't know. You know how this world is. But I need you to fix the roof leak and the kitchen sink, because whenever I turn the kitchen sink on, it blasts me in the face, right? Also, I want you to paint my bathroom blue. So then the seller will go, okay, this is negotiating, by the way. The seller will go, okay, I'll fix the roof leak because you said that's a non negotiable. I forgot to mention that. I'll fix the kitchen sink because you said that's a non negotiable. But I'm not fixing the bathroom sink. And if I mean bathroom sink, I'm not painting the bathroom blue. And if I have to paint this bathroom blue, I'm charging you extra. So then from there, you decide if that's working. Whatever. Negotiations is basically just trying to make sure that needs are being met. The worst they can say is no, and we'll roll with the punches. So now that you've done all that, and they go, okay, I accept your offer. I like you. We can go into contract. Basically meaning like nobody else can get in between this right now. It's us. We are locked in, bestie. We're gonna get to the sale. Now from that point, you would perform your due diligence, which basically means that you're gonna verify the house's info. So like you're going to do things like, or verify the house's info, the house's conditions, things like that. You're going to, oh my goodness, I really, really hope that you cannot hear that loud, loud car that just passed. I apologize. You're going to do things like a home inspection. I think I started screaming, so you definitely can't hear it. You're going to do things like a home inspection, a home appraisal, buy homeowners insurance, and also look into the house's history, so that you can find out like what's going on. Is this really something that I want to run into? What did the seller not tell me? Things like that. So after you've done all that, you're going to schedule your closing day, right? Also, you're going to schedule your final walkthrough. This is something that, should happen either the day before or the day of. The reason why you do a final walkthrough, like right before closing, like not too far before closing, like literally right before closing, because um you you want to make sure that the house is up to par with what you're looking for. If you're about to pay a million gazillion bazillion dollars for this one bedroom house, Jeff Bezos, then you need to make sure that it's up to par, so that you're not paying a million bazillion gajillion dollars for the damn roof to still be leaking. That's messed up. So Well, no, I guess you can't tell that. We'll not say the roof. We'll not say the roof. We'll say, because the roof is something that you got to do, inspect, whatever. Um, we'll say the kitchen sink. The kitchen sink is fine. Basically, that's the final walkthrough. Um, you'll make sure that all the paperwork is good and put together. Everyone will sign. Everyone will shake hands and go. And then you'll get your keys and go home. Get in your house. Enjoy. That is it. I have a story. If you want to stick around, you don't have to. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments, or you can DM me on my Instagram. You can message me on Facebook. I believe I get those text messages. I have a TikTok as well, so we can do that. Do I have Twitter or X? Do we call it Twitter or X? I never know. But I think I have all those things. I'll put it in the description. Whatever I have, it'll be there. Maybe I'll even give you my LinkedIn. You want to be friends on LinkedIn? I heard they're becoming more of like a social media platform. Anyway, any questions you have, they may become video topics, or if you have any video topics that you'd like me to talk about revolving the world of real estate, let me know. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Bye. So the buyer and the seller are at closing, and the seller goes, "Hey, listen, I still have stuff in the house. I'm gonna be there in a few hours to take everything out." The buyer's like, "Okay, no problem." So then everybody goes about their day. Later that day, the buyer goes to move into their new house, and they're there with their movers. And as they're going into the house, they're starting to find like furniture, bits of furniture, not like a lot. And they're starting to find like some things in like some cabinets and some things in some closets. It's really not a lot of stuff. So they're like, okay, they still haven't come. We thought that was enough time for them. Whatever. They take all the stuff and put it in the garage, right? They end up changing all the locks. They put up a security system and they went to bed because by this point it was like midnight. By like 3 a.m., the seller comes to the house. They try the lock and it's changed. So then they walk to the garage and the garage door still works. It opens. So they take their stuff out and they close the garage door back and they leave. The next day, they come back to the house and they're ringing on the door camera and they're banging on the doors and they're saying, "Hey, my stuff is still in your house. There's still stuff in there. You didn't give me all my stuff." The buyer is like, "Hey, everything that we found in the house was in the garage. You took everything from the garage. We don't have your stuff anymore." So the seller leaves. They keep coming back for days and days and days after, and they're threatening to sue the buyer, and they're saying, "Give me my stuff back." They're, just banging on the door, and the buyer is getting kind of scared because the seller just keeps coming back. So they call their agent, and then they also call the seller's agent. Both advise them to call the police because at that point there's not really much else to do. And that is why you should always do a final walkthrough before you go to closing, because nobody really wants real estate baby mama drama, you know?